Hi everybody, this is Margie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to take this thrift store find necklace, specifically the clasp, and I'm going to see about changing the look and restoring it to something more beautiful. As you can see, the rhinestones are coming out and it is filthy. So I'm going to wash it up and paint it and put new rhinestones in, and we'll see what we have as the finished product. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some soapy water into this little dish, and we're going to clean this up. Now, the necklace I did get for, I think it was like $1 from a local thrift store. I saw it sitting there. Basically this, I saw this from across the distance, and I was like, oh, I have to have that. And so I'm going to just give it a quick little scrub. Get the dirt off. And I don't care if any of the rhinestones fall out, because I'm going to try to take those out anyway. So here we go. Cleaning that up. Okay, and once I'm going to do this for a little bit, inspect it, make sure it looks good, and then we'll look for any maker marks or anything like that, which I already did, kind of, but I didn't see any. But as you can see, it really does brighten it up by just taking a brush and some soapy water, and then we'll get painting it and replacing those rhinestones. So, oh yeah, that's really pretty. Alright, we'll see you back here in a second. Okay, I've scrubbed it. Look at this water. Oh my goodness, that thing was so dirty. But look how pretty this is, now that it's cleaned up. I don't know if I'm going to actually paint it or not. I'm going to get the rhinestones out and give it another quick scrub and see, get it separated from the necklace itself. But it's really starting to sparkle. It is not sterling. There's no silver in it. It looks like some sort of, you know, pewter kind of clasp. There's no maker mark on it. If there was, I would take a little bit more care in how I would restore this. When I was scrubbing it off, 2 rhinestones fell off, and they're in the bottom of this. I'll get those fished out, and then we'll see what we have after I get this more cleaned up. So we'll be right back. I wanted to show you how I get the rhinestones out. Basically, you take it and you just take the edge of your thumbnail and it just pops right out. These are so old, and it's going to start, they're going to start coming out anyway. So I'm just going to take them out. See how it just is loose. Sorry, my nails look terrible. I was out in the garden. So, let's see. Here we go. Right there. Alright, I'm going to finish taking the rest of these out. I don't know about the middle one. We'll see about that. If it feels loose, then I'll probably take it out, which actually it does, it's pretty loose. And I want to put new glue here if I do reuse any of these. So I'm going to inspect this a little further, get the other rhinestones out, and then be back. Okay, so I cleaned this off. I used my toothbrush, my used toothbrush that I'm not using on anything else but this, and scrubbed it really good, got all the dirt off. Boy, I can't believe how much dirt came off of this thing. And then, of course, the little rhinestones popped right out, just like I thought they would. It also has these little crimping ends here. I'm going to clip those off. I just wanted to show you those, because they don't make these like this anymore. So here's these, and I'll clip those off and be right back. Alright, to get these little ends off, you just have to pull them. They're not, they're just like bent over. So I'm just going to pull it. I'm just going to pull it off. Hopefully I won't damage the clasp. Okay, there we go. And it came right off. So there are the little ends. And I will do the same thing with these. But literally you just pull on them and they open up and fall off. So they've just been crimped down. So we'll get those and be right back. Okay, here's the little end piece. As you can see, I took the crimp ends off and it looks pretty good. Doesn't look like I damaged it, so that's a feat in itself. And okay, we'll get to the next step of putting rhinestones back in the clasp. So I'm not going to paint it, but I am going to take a little bit of this stuff. It's called Rub and Buff, and it's silver. And you just rub it on here, and it's going to brighten it up a little bit. And then, see, look, it's all over my hands. So then I'm going to wait a second, and then I'm going to wipe it off. And I think what that's going to do is just give it a little bit more brightness. I'll put a little bit here on the back. And, all right, and then we'll wipe it off, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my Swarovski crystal right here. I'm going to put in a little tiny dollop of glue right in there, and this is the GS Hypo Cement. Hold on, sorry about that. GS Hypo Cement. I like it because it has that little this kind of a tip. It's like a metal tip, and there we go. It has a needle that goes into the end. Anyway, we'll put that there. Let me just get this horrible sound of my cooler. It's about 100 degrees out here, so I will let it'll cool off for a few minutes or warm up for a few minutes, then I'll have to turn it back on, but that's okay. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so this is a piece of an eraser that's a little sticky, so I can pick these up and drop it right in the middle. Now, I already went ahead and put glue in each one of these little spots because I wanted to let it sit there for a second. And I wanted to see how this would do. It's working pretty good. So what I'm doing right now is, let me see if I can move out a little bit of this. These are some rhinestones that I have. They're not the flat kind. They have a little bit of a point to them. I'm going to have them all over the place, I think. And these are from the jewelry shop. 2mm pointed back crystals. Pick up another one. I'm going to just take this out of frame for a second. Okay, so I put it right there. Pick up another one. Put it right there. Pick up another one. And it's just going right in the little well. Actually, I don't think that one had any glue in it. So pick up another one. And so it goes pretty quick once the glue's in there. The key is to pick them up so their point is down. Nope. Okay, I just put one on top of that, so because I can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. It goes right there. This is going to be really sparkly. Put a little more glue in that. Okay, I'm going to put a little more glue in that one. Sorry about the bumping. Let's see if we can get that in there a little closer. Okay, and then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right there and right there. Okay. The problem is I can't see to put that little needle back in. It's like trying to thread a needle, you know? Once you become a certain age, like me, you need reading glasses, which I have on. So it's not going to release. I probably glued it to it. That's great. All right, let's get another one. Let's see, how about this guy? And then right there, right there. So probably not the easiest thing to do, but if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. This is going to be so sparkly. So let's see. I need 2 more spots with the glue. So let's see here. Do this with the glue again. Looks like that one's missing a little glue, so we'll just put a little bit right there, and a little bit right there. And then I'm going to put the needle back in. See, if I try to do this right here, I'm not going to be able to get it in because I can't see. So, although that's kind of funny trying to watch me do that. Oh wait, am I getting it? Ah, I got it. All right. So now we take this again. Take a little bit. Okay. Right there. The glue kind of grabs it, which is kind of nice. And one more right there. All right, I'm going to let those sit and dry just a little bit. And then I'm going to fill in the other areas. So, okay, so we're going to let that sit for probably about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. I just went and looked at each one of these little settings, and they all seem like they're doing pretty good. They're sitting in there. Of course, the glue is probably still a little wet, so we're going to let that dry overnight before I mess with it anymore. But now we need to put the 4 on the ends. The reason why I'm not using the rhinestones that were in the thing originally, in the clasp originally, is because there's only a few of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the best 4 and put those in the side ones. So there's some of the original rhinestones. And let's see. I'm going to come out a little bit. So these 4 all look about the right size. This one looks a little bigger. I don't think it is really, but we're going to go with these 4. So I'm going to bring this down here, and we're going to put some glue on there. Sorry about that. And it's just a teeny tiny little drop of glue right in there. A little bit of glue. Now, if the glue does come around the sides of the rhinestone, it's okay because we can wipe that off. Plus, it'll probably shrink back down anyway once it dries. So I'll take this one here, put that right here. Pick this up, put that right in there. There we go. Now we'll come over here. And put that right. Oh, fly. Right there. Uh-oh. Something just popped off. We put this back down. Okay. Set that in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we're just going to let these guys sit. And we'll see how it looks after it dries. Whoa, almost dropped it. All right, thank you very much. Okay, I found another piece of jewelry that had some rhinestones missing, and since I have all this out, I'm going to go ahead and replace these as well. I did put glue in there already, because I wanted it to have a few minutes to set. Okay. See if it actually sits in there. I think my eraser's coming off. That's kind of cool. So I'll be able to wipe that off. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, but let's see if we can get most of that off. Ew. Okay. There's that. So this is another piece of jewelry that I got from a thrift store. It just kind of came in a big bunch of different jewelry. I like to take it apart, take some apart, or replace the little stones when I can. There we go. Okay. There we go. And so basically you just pick it up and stick it in the little cup. I don't like the flat rhinestones for this, because I feel like it's more accurate if we do, you know, more period, I guess, if you use these little rhinestones, which they're not really hard to, they really are hard to find. I went to Michael's to see if I could find some there today. Nope. So I'm just using stuff that I had in my stash, which isn't much. I need a little needle. There we go. So I will definitely be looking at this through my huge magnifier, which is this thing here. Let me show you. It's kind of funny. It's this ginormous thing. I wonder if we can see it. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Let's see if it makes a difference. I'm picking up one. This might be too much for me to be able to manage through the lens of this camera. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Okay, never mind. Let's see. I'll put that one right there. Okay. One more, I think, and then we'll be good. Let's see. One more. Look at that. Just stop. I just went right in there. All right, so I'm looking at all these little guys. Looks like it's all complete. So we'll let that dry as well, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we have our two complete pieces here. Let me zoom in so you can see what we did. That's these two right here. And I basically just replaced the rhinestones in that. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to make something with this thing. That makes me very happy. So the center stone was a crystal looking rhinestone, and I replaced it with a Swarovski crystal. The other crystals around are these. They are from the jewelry shop. They're 2mm pointed back crystals, and they were $2.99, so they're not very expensive. This is another piece that we did today. It is also my thrift store jewelry, and I replaced the rhinestones on here. You can see, very, very sparkly. I love it. The items that we used are, I took a piece of this eraser and put it on the end of this nail file, and that's what was sticky so that I could pick up the stones. We used some GS Hypo Cement. That's pretty much it. And my thrift store jewelry. So I did use soap and water and clean it off. Other than that, I think that was pretty much it. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you, and if you liked my video, please hit like. If you would like to see more of this, please hit subscribe. I've got so many projects planned. I cannot wait to share them with you. All right, well, you guys have a great day, and take care.